they're twins, I reckon.
Good evening, sir. I am Dr. Jonathan Reed. Do you need my help?
Yes, please. Would you be kind enough to tell me what the time is?
That's all you need to know.
Well, is it not important to know? As important as where you are? Or who you are?
I suppose you're right. And who are you then, sir?
I am Agamemnon Baker.
What?
Like my brother, I think
Just
we
saw
need
the
to leave this
bicep.
city immediately. And my brother and I rarely agree.
It's not. This isn't Snapchat, mate.
What can you tell me about Aloysius Dawson?
You should ask that question to my brother instead. Personally, I've not seen Aloysius for
Agamemnon.
many years.
Jesus. Egyptian names.
May I ask why you've not gone already, if you're so exasperated by this long
Yeah, I think you're right,
I
Thunder.
believe
So
fear
you
is
need a
holding us
good
back.
internet connection.
My brother would have said it's laziness. But it's just because he's prouder than I am.
And Game Pass, you actually get to download them and then play them.
May I ask what you're doing outside at this hour of night?
I don't know. You should ask my brother instead. It was his idea in the first place.
You must have your own ideas.
From what I have managed to understand, I guess we're supposed to wait here.
They don't know much,
Waiting
these
for someone
brothers.
to come.
Dodgy, dodgy, dodgy.
What can you tell me about this part of town?
It's the only place I've considered myself happy. Or at least that's what I believe. Unfortunately, it's time to leave.
Why is that?
Because I'm not feeling happy here anymore. Are you?
What kind of question is that? What am I supposed to answer, exactly?
The truth. And I believe you just did it, actually.
Jesus. These guys are a bunch of weirdos.
What can you tell me about your brother?
He's older than me, I think. But the important thing is that I really hope I'll die before him. Grief would just kill me, you know?
Is that all?
Pericles is very attached to this city, and without my insistence, he would never leave this place. We don't often agree on anything, you see?
Very, very strange, these two.
Who are you waiting for, exactly?
The more I think about it, the more I believe it's not exactly a person we are waiting for.
But what else could it be, then?
I don't know. A feeling? An event? An impulse? How can I tell? Something that would allow us to leave this trap.
I'm afraid I'm not following you. What kind of trap are you talking about?
Have you ever felt like life trapped you in a role that does not fit you? That you are not in your place? That sort of trap.
Trap? And you think leaving London will free you?
At least it will give us the chance to be free. That's more than our present situation. Hope, Doctor. Hope is what truly drives mankind.
Alright, I think we are done here. Okay, so Thunder says, even with a good internet, PlayStation Now is meh, servers are bad. And Devil Eyes have almost the best internet line, blah blah blah, and still lags and loses connections and stuff. So switch to PC and all is better. But you don't have Bloodborne on PC. Well, I don't have Bloodborne on Game Pass either. Plus, even if I did have it, I probably wouldn't play it because I would die too much and get my butt kicked.
Goodbye for now, Mr. Baker.
No, I actually would want to try it. I'm lying. I just say that so that I don't get too upset. Alright. That's right. I do know where to go for the water now. I'm going to find this water. There. Alright, that's where we're going. We're going to get the water. Grab some loot. Open this door. Temple Garden District. Alright, well Beaky was kind of right, but not completely. Oh, hello. Who have we got here?
No good place for a stroll.
oh, I'm on fire. Hang on, guys. I've got to get my stamina back, guys. Just give me a timeout. Ah, there we go. There we go. Can you hear that? That's his legs making noise, I think. Alright, alright, alright. Ooh. Oh, it's around here somewhere. Here we go. Thank you, Thunder. There's the smashable barrels. Oh, we've got some skull down here. Oh, and another one here. Ah! Ah! Ah, she got me. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, uh-oh. No fair, no fair. Oh, there we go. I still struggle with combat, but I do at least do a lot better being a higher level. Don't get my, I don't die as often. Alright. Yeah, everyone raves about Bloodborne. Never tried it myself. Oh, I got the water!
As long as it's not holy water.
There we go.
I'll find some use for it.
Yeah, we definitely are going to find a use for it. We're going to go water our plant. Alright, how far away are we? Yeah, we're not far from the... Oh, hang on, the hospital's all the way down there, isn't it? Oh, do I want to go do it? We need to see the doctor, the good doctor anyway. This game needs fast travel, seriously. As long as we water the plant before we sleep, we don't have to rush and do it right now. So I'll continue on with... Oh, Jesus, look at him. We'll continue on with the story to get these next couple of collectibles, and then... Oops, wrong button. Oh well. Not gonna matter. If it wasn't for stamina, I would... Oh, there we go. I should have healed before I did. That'll do. Alright. I love how even werewolves drop bags on the floor. Where were we? Oh, yeah. Yeah, so we'll go continue the story. We've got to find this citizen Usher under Dawson's mansion. A citizen called Usher. Oh, hang on. Oh yeah, here's the way back through to the mansion. So that's the mansion. We've got to find a way under it for now to get this collectible. Thanks, Charles. Let's have a look at this screen. Must be this dude, maybe? Yeah. Has to be. Unless... We haven't met him yet, have we? That's not Usher. They're not Usher. That looks like a female. No. Alright, he must be down here somewhere. Can't see anyone. Oh, there's nowhere... Oh, I didn't know this was a dead end. Oh, I can't go in this door. Oh, yes, I can. Ah, stuff it. Let's just do this for now. Let's go and see Lucius or whatever his name is. What is his...
Dawson's mansion. Here I am at last. But the question remains. Am I ready to make a dying man my progeny?
No, we're not doing it, I don't think. If we get a choice, that is. What other collectible is there? Oh, okay. More about that later. All that's important is that it's the only collectible in this area for now is where we find the civilian called Usher. Just gonna find as much loot as I can. Nothing there, nothing there. Oh.
Finally, you're here, Dr.
Oh,
Reed.
here he is.
What took you so long?
I had to pass several of your barricades and outposts to access your mansion, sir.
Death, pestilence surround us, and time is against me.
I see you've gathered some of the most expensive, albeit experimental, blood transfusion equipment available. All this could be so useful in a hospital.
Yes. Since Lord Redgrave sent me a doctor to perform my conversion, I thought you might find some of these devices useful.
Most thoughtful. But tonight I'm not here as a physician.
But I feel reassured that a specialist such as yourself would help me to escape the Reaper.
We're gonna have to make
Very
a choice
well.
here, aren't we?
But before I proceed, I have a few questions for you.
If you must, but be quick, for I don't have much time left in this life.
First of all, I need to be sure that you know exactly what is going to happen to you, sir.
I can assure you I'm as informed as any man can be. I have planned for this moment, Dr. Reed. Planned very carefully.
Believe me, there
Trust
is a
me, I'm a
huge
doctor.
difference between reading about vampires and waking up as one. I learned that myself the hard way.
Oh my God, man, stop your whining. I don't have time for your pointless jibber-jabber.
You're gonna talk to me like that as if I'll make you my progeny.
I will become your maker. Do you understand what that means?
Well, I certainly won't consider you my liege, or some such drivel. You can be assured of that.
You'll need to feed on warm blood. Blood from mortals. How do you feel about that?
I'm rich, Dr. Reed, and powerful. I'm sure I'll be able to acquire all the blood I need without ever having to sully my own hands.
I don't like him.
What do you know about the Guard of Prewood?
I'm not turning
What I
him into
do
a
know
vampire.
is that I'll crush anyone or anything that would dare to oppose me.
Let's move on then.
Please, I'm cold and tired. I feel my life waning with every moment.
But first, before you embrace immortality, what would you do with such a gift?
That's a rather impertinent question, Dr. Reed.
He can
But
die.
I will do as I please.
Dog, rat,
Answer me
snake.
all the same.
Good words for him.
What will your first action be as an immortal?
To save London, I will finance the most efficient quarantine ever seen.
Yeah, you're gonna
I will
build a
build
wall.
a wall that will separate the sick boroughs from the healthy ones.
Who does that remind you of? I wonder when was this game made? Was that... Are they having a dig at someone? Made by the French? That'd be pretty funny. Oh, you already wrote it to Farside. Sorry, I didn't see the comment. Yeah, that's right. Yikes. Alright.
Who gave you the right to decide the fate of thousands of people?
My money. My money and my pending immortality gives me the needed authority, Doctor. I'm a businessman. I'm used to tough decisions.
I thought I'd lost you, Farside, for what I said about Revolver earlier.
You really plan to build a quarantine wall across London?
Yes, It will be tall and strong, separating the wheat from the chaff.
By doing so, you will also create 2 separate prisons.
Come, sir. An eminent doctor like yourself knows that such radical measures have proved efficient in the past.
No one will know. If this guy was to just die, we'll just say he was dead before we
Let
got
me
here.
guess. You mean to isolate the rich from the poor?
This is a desperate measure for desperate times. England must prevail, Doctor, no matter the cost.
Yes, I will be covering up a murder. That's exactly what I'm going to do.
Quarantine is not a bad idea, medically speaking. But I'm convinced this epidemic will not be contained by mere walls.
As long as the right people are on the right side of the wall, that's all that matters.
Police ethics? You haven't seen me play GTA, have you? Jeez.
But you can't guarantee infection will not spread. Just one contagious carrier would be enough to create an apocalypse.
The apocalypse is already knocking at the gate. We must be strong now.
What speed limit?
What if a new outbreak happens inside your walls? You'll have created a giant trap.
That won't happen. As long as we dispose of anyone that is contaminated as soon as they are spotted.
He's a big dummy, this guy.
I've heard enough. It's time to proceed.
At last. All right, do what you have to do. If it hurts, so be it. I've been preparing such a long time for this.
Oh, hint required. Are you kidding me? I'm not turning him. Damn it, I missed a hint. I don't know what that is. I don't know what I missed. Oh, it's because I didn't find that other bloody civilian. Oh well, doesn't matter because I was going to embrace him no matter what.
You don't deserve immortality, Mr. Dawson.
What? What are you prattling on about?
I don't believe I've ever met a man so bereft of empathy. You, sir, are despicable.
Despicable. It's his favourite word.
You can't. I made a deal with Lord Redgrave. I'll finance whatever he wants. Please, just ask him.
Sleep now. Rest now. Forever.
That might be a little bit harder to explain. It wasn't quite what I had in mind.
Who are you to decide my fate? Who gave you the authority?
There we go. New citizens. Ah, okay. Hint failed. We got a key from him. I believe that... Oh, 2 keys. I believe 1 or 2 of them leads us to a collectible later on. I think. Ooh, the district will suffer the consequences. You mean it'll be better off without him? Alright, what's this? Oh, report to Redgrave, okay. Ah, treatments, okay. Got a heap of medicine out of there. That's one of the keys. There's another key. I thought there was a collectible from him, but maybe not. Oh, this might be the other key. Okay, so all the keys just open safes. Oh, 500 schmucks in there. Maybe a collectible if you haven't turned him. No, I know that it doesn't matter if you kill him or not, or turn him or not. You can still get the collectible.
Reduced in rank for falsely accusing a man of murder.
So that
I wonder
document
what
was just a
Inspector
hint
Albright
about the
thinks
doctor.
about his punishment.
Oh, money, money, yum, yum, yum. I thought I read, and it was probably one of the other civilians, I read that there's a couple of them that when you kill them like that, you get their keys off them, and then the key leads you to a collectible, but I must have had him mixed up with one of the other ones. Okay, I see. Oh, is that Redgrave? Who's that over here? How are we going to explain this one, guys?
Is it done, Dr. Reed? Is Aloysius Dawson reborn as expected?
Alas, Aloysius Dawson was not brought back to life after his death. The man is gone.
What? What happened?
Uh-oh. Yeah, we've got to lie, don't we? We've got to.
He didn't survive the procedure. He was too weak.
This is unacceptable, nevertheless. You were given the simplest task.
Well, get rid of me then.
From now on, you're an outcast.
Oh.
Banished. You are forbidden to ever appear in front of us again. Ascalon will smite you on sight, and your heart will be thrown to the rats.
I'll leave you then. Have fun with your puppets and shadow plays, Lord Redgrave.
Yes, go, traitor, and take that awful creature, that counterfeit of a woman I saw waiting for you, and be gone!
Wow. That's a bit drastic.
Step away, traitor. Return to your dubious friends and your decrepit hospital. Do
What if
not
I
dare
just
show
killed him?
yourself again, you or that monstrosity you bring to my door.
He's not very happy, is he? Oh, Jesus, what's that? Oh, this thing. This
We
is
meet
the
again at the strangest
Bridget.
of times, young Ekon. So do you serve the Earl of Bristol now?
Old Bridget,
No, I don't.
what are you doing here?
Your friend, the wise Ekon. She sent me to warn you.
How did you meet Lady Ashbury?
She came to us in the sewers in search of answers. Just as you did.
What kind of answers did you give her?
I knew nothing of your maker, but we talked. We talked a lot. Her words and ideas are captivating. It is no surprise that you like her. I like her too.
Of course you do.
Lady Ashbury in the sewers? Now that's a sight I wish I'd seen.
She said she was your friend, and that she sought the identity of your maker. So I answered her questions.
Mm-hmm.
Did anyone see you? It's a long way from the dock sewers, and hunters are patrolling the streets here.
Who said I took the streets? How do you think I survived for centuries in this city without ever being seen? I know all her secrets.
Yes, I am going to be doing 2 playthroughs. The second playthrough I'm just doing as quickly as I can, and basically just going for the achievements that you get for not killing anyone. I think it might only be 2 achievements off the top of my head. The one for sparing Clay, he's the first civilian you have to choose between saving or sparing, or embracing, and then finishing the game without killing any civilians. That's that's going to be the second playthrough, and I'm just going to try and get through the story on that one as quickly as I can.
Lady Ashbury.
Not have to do any of the side
You
stuff.
know her. Tell me what's going on.
The lady approached me but a few nights ago,
We already know
wanting
this.
to meet the Sewer Skulls. Once she questioned Harriet Jones. She agreed to help us.
Harriet Jones is still with you then? How is she doing?
Harriet remains angry, but is recovering slowly. Her mind is twisted, but at least her body is healing.
Tell me what is going on.
The lady asked us to keep an eye on your mortal doctor friend while you were away. We spotted the hunters. They were discussing plans to attack tonight.
Yeah, you just leave him be. You don't fight him. And I'm going to have to be super careful because I accidentally fought him and killed him, as you remember. But yeah, you just
Wait,
don't.
slow down. I need to ask you something.
I'm listening. But I do
Hey!
not have time to waste, so be quick.
Ahoy hoy, Beaky's finest. Welcome to the stream, man. Thank you for joining in. How are you?
How did Elizabeth find you?
She presented herself humbly at our gate and asked if we knew of any ancestral vampires hiding in London. She asked about Ascalon. She asked about many things.
I was actually a bit worried about you, B. I was going to send out the search party. It's one of my first streams that you haven't joined in right at the start.
What do you think of her?
Her soul is good, yet tainted with a deep sadness and the scars of ancient wounds. Time does that to us immortals, for we have so much to dwell upon.
Doing good, man. Doing good. And big shout out to Devilizer, just so that you know, Beaky, he became my first sub because I can have subs now. And I've got 2 so far. I've got Devilizer and Fox. They have become my first 2
Why
subs.
did she come to you?
I am old Bridget, the buried memory of the city. She sought the silent truths. Truths I have kept
Sure
hidden
is.
for so long.
Absolute legend.
Where is Lady Ashbury right now?
She said she will go home. She needed to speak with some old friends first, though. Do not worry, young Ekon. She is no fool, and just as strong as you.
Oh, I don't know about that.
Why do I feel like Lord Redgrave was particularly irritated to see you? Far more so than the average Skull, if I may say.
Because I used to know him quite well. And he is afraid I may remember who he really is.
You're Elizabeth's informant. You're the one who told her about Lord Redgrave's lies regarding his lineage.
Yes, but my words were not meant to hurt or threaten. I simply told the story of the Sewer Skulls, and of so many other forgotten children.
Yeah, well, thanks again, Devilizer. I'm having a ball as well, so there we go.
No time
Alright.
to lose then.
I'm
must
loving
go
this
there
story
right
too. I
away.
get a bit
I shall return to my
buried
door.
in it. Sorry, guys.
Have you a message
Well,
for
not
the
sorry,
lady?
but you know.
Should I see her before you?
Ooh. Ooh. No, we'll just go
Tell
here.
her I worry about her.
Do not, for she has had strength and wisdom for so much longer than you.
Huh.
Go now and take care, young Ekon, for the flames
Was
are
a
rising.
backhander? Alright. Now. How do I get under the mansion to this usher dude? See if it's through here. No, that's not a door. Only that. Somewhere under the mansion, apparently. Oh, this goes down. Not down far enough. Where does this lead now? That leads back to Whitechapel. I don't want to go that way. And this leads... Maybe. Ooh, here maybe. No. Dang it, I actually knew that. Let's go back up there for a sec. Yeah, Vampire, going well, man, going well. So it was awesome that the sleep that we did yesterday did not result in losing the docs. Docs didn't become hostile, if you remember. Right now I'm searching. I don't know if you ever met a guy called Usher. Apparently he's in a room somewhere under the mansion, and it's wherever he is, that's where I can find... Ooh, who's that? Actually, I need to talk to him. I can find the next collectible.
Dr. Reed, still conducting your...
Is it true you were dropped in rank? Tell me about it.
Yes, it is. I made a terrible mistake. I deserved it. Sometimes I think I should have resigned.
So why are you still working here?
Because I'm a damn fine copper. I just don't want to have someone innocent hung again by mistake because of me.
The death penalty is a great shame.
I agree. I'm convinced all civilized nations should abolish the death penalty. Maybe after the war, once that bloodshed is over, the survivors will change that.
I agree.
Why do you think there shouldn't be a death penalty?
I believe no one should decide to take a man's life. Not a nation or a government.
Are you a pacifist, Inspector?
No, sir. But I believe in divine justice. Only God has the right to decide who will live and who must die.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Alright. Is there something down here, possibly? Ah, this looks promising. Oh no, this was the sewer. Maybe he is in the sewer, I don't actually know. I might have to go check. Unless you know, Beaky, do you know if he was in the sewer or not? So he's not down here. Can't be able to type it on his iPad, knowing him. Alright. Where the bloody hell are ya? Usher, I'm talking about, not you, Beaky. So this door leads out of this area completely. Oh, have I been down here before? Ah, this is going to be it, isn't it? I just never went down here before. Is it? Yep. Ah, found it. Oh, what was that? Just some sort of booby trap. I don't know what it did. No worries, Beaky. Here he is. This dude. And there's the collectible. The Crime of Lost Knowledge. Awesome. Alright, so one more... at least one more collectible before I finish... Or have I already finished the chapter, actually? That's a good question. No. We have to go back to the hospital. Good, I can go back and water the plant as well. I made the right choice there.
Terrible trials awaiting in the future.
Who are you?
Jonathan Reed. At last we meet. The cards warned me you would visit tonight.
I beg your pardon, sir. Do I know you?
Of course you do. Our mutual friend, Dr. Swansea, can't speak highly enough of you. My name is Usher.
Usher taught
Now you remember.
You are the leader of the Brotherhood, are you not?
Primate of the Brotherhood of St. Paul's Stole, to be precise. I'm really glad we met tonight. I love it when the cards tell me a truth.
The cards told you to expect me.
Yes, they tell me everything. They told me that you struggle hard not to take too many lives.
It was certainly not in the garden section like you were telling me yesterday, Beaky. The water was near the garden. I'll show you on the map in a second. Relatively near. And what else? Oh yeah, and I'm just gonna... This is what I got myself a little treat as a celebration for reaching my 50 followers and getting that those donations yesterday. So big shout out to... I'm going to get this wrong actually. It was Devilizer and Slinky the King. Big shout out to them. Although, when I got my notifications about the donations through my email, they were in a different language. I couldn't read them. But anyway, just as appreciative anyway.
Can you read the cards for me?
Are you sure you want to know what they will reveal?
Yes, I am.
It will cost you 150 shillings.
Oh, 150? Rip off. Alright.
Here is the money.
The alchemist. A wise and cunning mind who lives by lying to all but himself. He sells false promises and is proud of it.
Yeah, I don't know why. It was really strange the way it came through Devilizer, but don't worry. I figured out it was something about pizza. But it was too late for last night, so maybe I'll have pizza this weekend and I'll thank you for it, okay? Alright.
Can you read the card?
Put the money on the table then, Jonathan.
Oh, I already did that.
Open your mind.
Whoops.
Perhaps later.
Already done that one. Hang on.
What can you tell me about the neighborhood?
I really don't know. I don't often go outside. And when I do, it's usually to quite distant destinations.
So you see nothing in the stars for me? You're a poor fortune teller then.
Oh, I can tell you many things. But they will only concern you, not the city. For example, I know that you offered your sister the final rest she asked for.
I appreciate it, Devilizer. Well, I bought these instead. These are one of my favorite treats that I get. So thank you.
Do the cards speak of my Mary?
No. It's the burning aura of guilt that precedes you everywhere you go.
Read my fortune then.
You have been chosen, Jonathan. I see on you the mark of a strong being, so powerful it needn't even reveal its strength.
Tell me about yourself. What do you do here, besides turning cards in the middle of the night?
I'm for most a charlatan. For a few, I'm a vampire. And for you, I'm the primate of St. Paul's Stole.
Some believe you to be a vampire. Who?
The Guard of Priwen, who else? For a time, they sent spies to observe my activities, and they even broke into my home to gather proof.
Did they steal anything from you?
A personal notebook they quickly took to their headquarters. All they had to do is to look at me. I'm aging. What better and definite proof that I'm not an immortal?
Do you want your notebook back?
If you ever find it, I'd be glad to have it back, of course. I do ask one thing, though. Do not read it, Jonathan. Some secrets are not meant to be revealed, even to immortals.
For how long have you been a primate?
It was 15 years last year.
What do you make of Dr. Swansea?
Edgar is a brilliant and dedicated man. A man of his time, sometimes a little muddled, but always looking for new paths and new concepts.
Alright. Is that it? No. Oh, here we go. We've got quite a few hints for him. Yeah, he's healthy too.
How do you measure the amount of blood on my hands?
I told you. The cards always tell the truth. Well, most of the time.
Is it possible to tell me my future?
The vampire's fate is much more delicate to read, Doctor. But I can try.
I would rather not know.
Oh, whoops. Hang on, let's
How
see
do
the
you
other.
measure?
I told you.
Is it possible?
Vampire.
Hang on,
All right.
we get
Let
to
me
hear
hear
both
it.
both
The walls
answers.
of your prison have already been raised, Jonathan. But you will freely accept to be locked inside, full of hope for a better day.
Oh, do you stream as well, Devil Eyes? I didn't. I thought I asked you that and you said you didn't.
How did
You're going to
learn
stream
about
now?
Mary?
You're going to stream some
And spare me
Rocket
the
League?
hocus pocus parlor tricks. The truth, now.
Swansea told me. Don't look at me like that. His task is to observe and gather information about vampires. He had to tell me about Mary.
Mary did not deserve her fate. She had already suffered enough during her life. And yet the pain and the suffering went on after her death.
Suffering is part of the immortal
thing.
condition. Some prefer to lose their minds rather than face the simple truth. Pain will never stop.
All right, come on. This
May
guy's
I
a little
ask you
boring.
about the Brotherhood?
Of course. But I must warn you that there are some subjects we consider taboo, in spite of our fondness and acceptance of your kind.
I know there is no love lost between the Guard of Priwen and the Brotherhood. What caused this rift?
It was 1801.
Oh,
The Brotherhood
awesome,
was
Devil Eyes.
stronger
Well,
then.
I'll make sure I check
Strength
you out when I
made
get a
them
chance,
hungry
okay,
for
mate?
ever greater power.
Um,
An argument divided them. And the
try and
wound
support
never
you
healed.
back as well.
What was the nature?
I
of the
appreciate it, mate.
disagreement?
The problem was that both sides considered themselves the legitimate heirs of the original Brotherhood.
I may
Divide
have
up the books, the relics.
I may have
not
misunderstood
always
yesterday
fairly
or
with consideration.
read the wrong answer to the wrong question, if you know what I mean. But anyway, either way,
found it?
that's cool to know, and
That's
I'll check
precisely
you out,
the
mate.
kind of question I cannot answer. It is delicate and may reveal some of our secret traditions.
So you're not just a club of academics and scholars.
Once upon a time, very long ago, the Brotherhood did more than simply study the vampires. They took actions to eliminate the more ferocious and corrupted.
Oops, hang on. Alright, I think we are done here, aren't we? Yep, okay.
Goodbye, sir.
Thank God for that.
Until we meet again.
I rarely wander, yet it amuses me to converse with your kind. Red River, a song in the dark, the whispers of a sun. So many signs to interpret.
There we go. That's better. Alright, can I raid that? No.
It's locked, all right.
Alright. It's locked, alright.
Fool and the Empress, again.
Okay, back to the hospital now, I think. That didn't heal me very much. Can I do that again? There we go. Just chucked you a follow, Devilizer, and then I'll check out your stream if I get a chance. If it's not this stream, it'll be another stream, obviously. Alright, we need to get to the hospital. It's going to be the quickest way. Not the way I'm going right now. But I do want to have a little snap. Yum, yum, yum.
It's despicable.
Despicable. Ah. Hang on. This map, I swear to God. This way. Beaky, I don't know if you're still there, mate, but the whatchamacallit, the pure water is in a shop right there where I just put that waypoint. Oh, this guy. Hey. Whoa. Oh, you got me. Hey. Oh, Jesus. Alright, fine. Rage. No worries, Devilizer. You're welcome, man. I don't know if you heard me. I was just going to say I'll check you out when I can, okay? Like, check out your stream. Oh, who's that? Lady Ashbury. Okay, yeah, we'll visit her on the way past. This one's mine. Back to the shadow. Damn it. That stupid light trains. Ah. Got ya. Ooh. Jesus. Roll back to the hell that spawned you. Hey, stop that. Buddy. Oh. Jesus. Oh, they've all gone up. These guys are... That drained all my blood and my stamina. I didn't know it could even do that. So now I can't heal. Dodgy mofo. Which syringe have I got hooked up? Strong. Let's just use the weakest one I've got, which should be this one here. Alright, there we go. Oh, I pressed the wrong button after all that. Accidentally healed instead of blood. Oh, because I changed the wrong syringe. Okay. There we go. Just in case we come across something. Focus the cross dudes. Sorry, Thunder, I'm not sure what that means, buddy. That in there is where I found the pure water. Alright, I think it's this way I want to go. Yeah, and then around. Yep. I think you're trying to say something about those dudes who carry the cross, how lethal they are. If that's the case, yes. I know what you mean. They are a pain in the butt.
The equality between men and women.
Let's see if she's got any new info.
Good evening, Miss Ashbury.
And good evening to you, Dr. Reed.
No?
Goodbye, Charlotte.
She's been quite...
Ooh, let's see if she needs any... No. Does anyone around here need healing? No, he's alright. Alright, Lady Ashbury. Is it through here first? Yeah, it is. Yeah. Ooh, some loot. Alright, here she is. Should be in here somewhere. Lady Ashbury, where are you? Upstairs, I think. Where are the stairs? There's the stairs.